Hello!
Hello!
And welcome back to another HLJ live stream. Today we've got an assortment of interesting Final Fantasy VII Bring Arts action figures to open today. And also we've got a little bit of a look at Plamatia Toki from Blue Archive. Normally I'd give a kind of a grandiose opening speech. I'd say something like, what did I say last time? Even a blizzard couldn't stop us? No, that was the time before.
That was the time before. Last time it was the rain.
Yes.
But
I think
time,
I said something about viral evolution last time.
I think
right.
so. I think so.
This time, not even clear weather and fair skies could stop us from bringing you this stream today. And
couldn't have been a nicer morning, to be honest. So there was 0 hurdles on the way in. We ended up here like an hour early. So
right. Actually, in terms of this live stream, I didn't actually promote it too much on social media this time. I just gave a little post on Twitter to say that we're live. But I'm going to let the people on Facebook know as well that we are in fact live.
Please do.
But if you're in the chat right now, if you're watching, please give us a comment, drop us a comment, let us know
hi. I think
what
Carlos
you're up to,
hi.
what you're doing. Hello, Carlos. So, which should we start with? Is the grand question.
I think we should start with Yuffie.
All right.
Before we dive in, what's your thoughts on Final Fantasy, Adam?
We discussed this a little bit last time when we were talking about pre-order figures that we're excited for, and I was talking about Final Fantasy 13, which is a good game, but it pales in comparison, quite frankly, to the majesty of Final Fantasy VII, which is what these action figures are based on. And this is Square Enix's very own action figure series, Bring Arts. And Bring Arts is, of course, this is the series where they're releasing this particular lineup of characters based on Tetsuya Nomura's original artwork from Final Fantasy VII. So these characters that we've got here today, Yuffie, Cait, Sith,
Ketchi.
There's a bit of debate about how to pronounce this character's name. I think it's Ketchi is maybe correct, right?
I think it's Ketchi.
And then we've got Vincent here as well. And some of these we actually received as samples from Square Enix themselves.
Thank you.
So that's very fun. And so we're going to open them up for you today so you can see just how exciting this action figure series is. And you'll be able to see if you want to get one for yourself. And of course this box for Ketchi is very, very big. Vincent and Yuffie, a bit more of a standard size for figure boxes.
They're the same size exactly?
Pretty much the same size, yeah. But this Ketchi is significantly bigger because it comes with the
Fat Moogle!
The Fat Moogle plush robot type thing that they actually ride in the game. So that's fun. And yeah, I mean, I'm really excited to dig into these, but those in the chat right now, let us know what you think. Do you own any of the currently available Final Fantasy VII Bring Arts action figures? I know I own a few of them. Actually, this Yuffie is mine. But in addition, I've got the Cloud and the Tifa, and I've got Sephiroth as well. So we're kind of gradually building up a collection in our home. And yeah, I'm excited to check out these ones and see what they look like.
Yeah, me too. Alright, let's dive in with Yuffie.
Alright.
What are your thoughts about Yuffie in general? Give us
My thoughts about Yuffie?
Yuffie review, yeah.
It's tricky. I mean, Yuffie in the original game is one of the optional party members. And actually so is Vincent. Ketchi, not optional. You have to have them with you. But they won't be in your party, your main group in the game for all of it. And Yuffie, on the other hand, and Vincent, these are characters that you actually recruit in the midsection of the game. But you have to kind of go out of your way to find them. And Yuffie in particular, there's a number of, frankly, kind of annoying steps that you have to take to recruit them. Now, of course, in the newer remake games, characters like Yuffie and Vincent join your party automatically. You don't have to take any additional steps. But with Yuffie in particular, what you have to do is like a kind of a tedious like side quest. You go to their hometown, and they're introduced to you as a thief, a materia thief.
Yes.
That you can fight, and if you're not aware that you can recruit them as a character, then actually you'll find.
Kill them?
Yeah, I think they can just like die, right?
I don't know. I've actually only played about a couple of hours of the original. I've played the remakes, but not the original, so I'm a bit of a fake fan.
Right.
Sorry.
So let's get this figure open, and then.
In your opinion, what is the best Final Fantasy game?
I mean, 7 is definitely up there, but they're all really, really, really strong. You know, I don't really think there is a bad one, you know, overall. Well, there's a few bad ones, but...
Yeah, I was going to say, I played 13, I know there's some bad ones.
7 is good, 10 is good, 8 is good, 6 is good.
What about 11?
11's okay. 11 was the first attempt at an online game.
Yeah, the MMO.
So it's kind of like strange and dated mechanically, but 11's fun. I had fun with 11.
You know what my favourite Final Fantasy game is?
What's that?
Do you want to guess?
15?
No.
16?
No.
12?
No.
12, The Zodiac Age.
No.
You're all familiar with 12, The Zodiac Age, right?
No.
It's the enhanced remaster of 12.
Yeah, of course. It's not that though.
Mystic Quest.
No. You're on the right lines.
Type 0.
Yeah, it's
Type 0?
It's Type 0.
Type 0.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very embarrassing.
So,
it's my favourite. I like the
go
little
ahead
outfits.
and get this stand prepared. Could you take Yuffie and
Yes.
Pops?
I've got KHG in the way. That's my favourite.
That's your favourite?
Yeah, of all the Final Fantasy VII characters.
So Type 0 is your favourite game,
Not
and Ketchi is your favourite character.
Final Fantasy game, not game overall. That would be a baffling choice.
Right,
Game.
we all know your favourite game is Fire Emblem Awakening, right?
Correct, yes.
People in the chat, what's your favourite Final Fantasy game? Let us know. And we will tell you if you're correct or not.
I don't know if there's anyone else out there that likes Type 0 as their favourite.
Type 0 is a really unique pick, but I gotta say, Type 0 is a great game. That's a really fun action RPG. It's got that kind of PSP era jank, right?
Yeah, it's very ugly, like, technically.
Well, they re-released, they remastered the game for PS4, right?
Yes.
But then, you know, it still had that PSP era jank, right?
If you had a PSP, you know that was a legendary handheld console to have. I loved it. I loved my PSP.
Yeah.
My PSP died a sad and miserable death.
A sad and miserable death?
Yeah, my brother stood on it and crushed it.
Oh no.
Yeah. It was really, really sad.
You have precise hands. Can you get this
Why would you say that to me?
weapon?
After I've like literally broken every figure we've got.
You're on the hard cam.
Yeah, and I just...
You snapped the
I
hand
did.
off. That's
Ta-da!
okay.
Fixed it.
You fixed it. Well, that's good.
Yep, there we go. Oh. I feel like I get nervous when it's on the close-up cam.
Yeah, that's okay.
And then my performance dwindles.
So, for the people in the chat right now,
everybody's so quiet. Give me your Final Fantasy opinions.
We had a more
discourse.
lively audience last week. All
there we go.
10 of you watching, 15 of you watching, however many it is.
Well, 50.
You drop it.
I did it again! I should not be allowed to do anything with action figures on here.
Yeah. So I'm gonna communicate with our wider audience and let them know to come over to the stream.
Please do. She's had better days. sorry.
She's had better days.
Yeah, because I crushed her hand. She's alright though. She's okay.
Yeah. Excellent.
I think if you're someone like me and you're slightly less delicate, I would be careful with these. They're a little
So
more
with these
fiddly.
Bring Arts figures, what you get is a pretty, really high level of articulation with a unique style based on...
Ooh, I wanted to zoom her in.
With a unique style based on Tetsuya Nomura's original artwork versus, for example, the actual in-game character models or even the new remake designs. This is based on the original artwork, the kind that you would find in the game's portraits and also in the instruction manual, that kind of thing. Looks like she's holding her thing maybe
Her
upside
thing.
down.
Is she?
Yeah, kind of. They're holding it from the top, I guess,
Oh.
which is fine. They throw it anyway, right?
Yeah, I don't know how you throw it from that angle now that I look at it. That seems like she's just kind of impaling herself in the side.
I guess you could throw it, you know, backhanded.
Underarm.
Underarm throw. That would be
Seems
fun,
very painful, to be honest with
Right.
you. She's very cute though. I love the texture on her arm
right? Yeah,
and on her shirt there.
yeah. It's good.
If you've seen any of my other live streams, you'll know that for me, figures being tactile is really important.
Yeah.
So I like when they have lots of texture in them. So that's really nice.
I also like when figures have lots of texture in them. And these are really well painted, actually.
Yeah, they're really nice.
But yeah, this is an awesome figure. This one, I think, is actually maybe discontinued on our site right now, though. So I'd like to get to the other two so we can show them ones that they can actually purchase at home.
Okay, I will. I'll start unboxing one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put her. Where should I put her in front of the box? There
For right
she
now.
is. For right now, she can live over there.
Right.
There she goes. All right. Should I do Vincent or Cait?
Maybe we should go to Vincent. Because
Right.
Ketchi's the big one, right? So, like,
she's the big boy.
you know, we want to save that for the main event.
The main event.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like how in wrestling, the main event is like at the end of the show.
Yeah,
right?
this is like the Cody Rhodes WrestleMania kind of thing.
Cody Rhodes versus John Cena.
Yeah.
In the chat, let us know if you watched that match.
Ragnarok is back.
Ragnarok, hello.
I think you've been to all of our streams so
Ragnarok
far.
is our greatest supporter.
Our number one
Frankly,
fan.
the rest of you aren't doing enough.
You're pale in comparison to Ragnarok.
Bacon Weasel is also here. Hello, Bacon
Bacon
Weasel.
Weasel! I love your name. Now, is it a weasel that eats a lot of bacon, or are you a weasel that's made out of bacon?
It's a good question. Maybe it's a weasel that really likes bacon.
I think it's a weasel made out of bacon.
How would that even work?
I don't know. I do not control the weasels.
I think you do.
I don't think I've ever even met a weasel in real life, you know?
So this Final Fantasy VII Bring Arts action figure of Vincent Valentine is actually in stock on the HLJ.com website right now. And I think there's only a few left, but you can get it. And this is a very intricate,
Wow.
very impressive design of the iconic character from the games. Like I said, much like Yuffie, they're an optional party member that you can recruit later on in the original game, but they're actually quite integral as a character to Final Fantasy VII lore, right?
Yes, it is. I apologise for... I've just noticed...
Whoa.
He's missing a leg.
Whoa. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Oh no! We're going to email our customer service team and ask for a replacement part.
That's okay. But this is in fact a Vincent missing a leg. However,
Supposed to. We got really unlucky.
yeah.
Is this yours from your personal collection, right?
No, this is the this is a sample product we
Okay.
have. But we're just gonna loosely show Vincent here.
Bacon Weasel has confirmed he just eats a lot of bacon. So I'm a little disappointed. I was picturing like a whole new type of weasel, but that's still good. That's still good. And Rock says he likes the classic Final Fantasy VII designs. Me too. Me too.
Bacon Weasel says rip his leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it's gone.
That's how it is.
Maybe eaten by.
But we can have a legless
Weasel,
Vincent.
Perhaps. I would love Vincent with or without legs.
Right.
I've said that.
Right.
That's out there now. So.
Right.
I'm gonna help you with this plastic.
Thank you.
I'm not sure if you probably can't see really well, but there's loads of plastic on these. Like literally every single joint has loads of plastic in it.
Here's his head.
Look at this. Like every fold.
Legless,
headless Vincent. He's like a vampire, right? I feel like he could live without a leg.
Now, I'm not sure if vampire is the correct term. However, he does have special powers, so I feel like regenerating limbs is not, entirely out of the ordinary for this character. He turns into different beasts, creatures, etc.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah.
If you collect a lot of figures, if you've been collecting figures, especially action figures, for a long time, you know that sometimes this happens. Very unlucky that it would happen today, but sometimes
to be clear,
you do get missing parts.
We were informed that the leg was missing.
What, you were? And you just didn't tell me?
I was not informed, but I was informed.
I don't know what that riddle means. I completely agree. The worst part is too much plastic.
Right.
Yep. This is... You've got to spend 14 hours removing all the plastic. But anyway, it does happen sometimes. And if that does happen, just send our customer service an email. They'll sort you out. I think this is the first time it's ever happened to me, though. This is my first legless experience.
Ragnarok says, skipping leg day, I see.
Very literally. I think it would be maybe quite difficult in the Final Fantasy VII universe to go to the gym. I feel like they maybe have more pressing issues.
Perhaps.
Well, maybe not Vincent though, because he sleeps all the time, doesn't he? He's in his little coffin, so maybe he should be getting gains.
Yeah. Let's get his head on.
I'm not done with the plastic.
Oh, okay.
You severely underestimated the amount of plastic.
All right. Well, we're removing plastic. It is what it is.
There we go. Plastic is gone. Put his little I don't know what to call it. Collar? His little collar back on.
Yes.
There we go.
And
there
let's get the head
legless.
On. Let's get the head on.
No longer headless. Does he have an alternative face in this one?
He
does not.
They do not. However, they do have
a lot of hands.
A gun.
A gun! Yes, give him a gun. For the longest time, I thought that Vincent was just like a fan-made character. Back on the day, when I used to use DeviantArt, when that was a thing, there was so much fan art of him that I just kind of thought that he was like a community guy.
That you thought he was a community character?
Yeah, kind of like Teto from Vocaloid, you know what I mean?
Oh, really?
Yeah, that people had just kind of invented him and he got so big that he ended up in the canon eventually. I see.
Yeah, that's not the case. They're very much real. Yeah, they're very much a real character.
I was really shocked.
They do have a fan-made character kind of energy to them, right?
Yeah, because he's so edgy. If you compare him with the rest of the lineup, he's really cranked up that specific Final Fantasy edge to 11.
Yeah. There we go. Here we have Vincent without a leg.
Vincent Legolas.
And actually his cape is going to cause some issues with the stand.
This is a fiddly one.
Yeah.
Good job it comes with a stand, so the leg is not too much of an issue.
So for those watching at home who are curious about the absence of leg, effectively this was a known quantity with this. So there was actually a label attached to the front of this figure box that says it's missing a leg.
It does! I didn't look at that at all. I was just like, oh, they didn't tell me. But it was there.
I had forgotten that detail. I had neglected to mention it before we opened it.
Well, it was a surprise.
Yeah.
So it was a nice surprise.
Right. Zaku Aurelia says, where's Brown Sam?
He's in a completely different prefecture right now.
Yes, as are we. Well, we're both in... He is not on the stream, is what we're trying to say. However, he will be back next week on Thursday. The adjusted time of Thursday.
Oh, he'll be Thursday next week.
Yes.
If you have a message for him, I'll pass it on when we finish the stream. I'll let him know that you miss him.
So here we have a legless Vincent, which I think is fun.
We've got a legless Vincent and no Todd.
Yeah.
Kind of sad.
Kind of sad.
I completely agree with you, Bacon Weasel. You have to have at least one edgelord in every like JRPG character lineup. I think it's the law. Actually.
Here he is, without a leg.
Well,
awesome stuff.
Yeah. If you purchase him, he'll have a leg.
Yeah.
It's just the one they gave us didn't have a leg in it, so sometimes that happens. What can you do?
So Zaku Aurelius is actually they're a major Gunpla content creator, I believe.
Really?
I believe so.
Hold on.
This could be a different Zaku Aurelius. But shout out to that guy. They make really informative and interesting Gunpla videos.
Whoa! We're in the presence of a Gunpla celebrity.
I guess so.
I'm humbled by your attendance, Zaki. Thank you.
Right. So now we've got Yuffie and Vincent out the way. Legless Vincent. And very much multiple
leggy.
leg having Yuffie.
All limbs intact Yuffie.
Right. What we can now do is unbox the main event.
Yay!
And we'll spend a bit more time on this one because it's cool.
And he's my favourite.
You know, to be clear, this plus Vincent, both available right now in our website, on our website, HobbyLink Japan, HLJ.com, both available in stock right now. But this one, really exciting, really impressive looking, impressive box size. So let's check it out.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. I'm just checking. There are no labels stuck to it, warning of any missing limbs, so I think we should be okay. I will be devastated if I open this up and there's like no Moogle or something. Okay, this is big.
Zaku Aurelius says, tell Brown San I want to see his built kangaroo next time.
I will.
I think we all want to see that,
Yeah.
Zaku.
We have a kangaroo as well. That we
It's
haven't
true, I
finished
recently
building yet.
purchased one, and I'd like to show it off on stream when it's done as well.
Maybe we can do like a little crossover. We can like one with us and Todd, and we can show off our kangaroos.
Yeah. Now this is some plastic. Oh my goodness.
Look at him!
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh! Look at how cute he is! Look
Oh
at
my
his
goodness.
little face. Well, it's not very small. I guess it's quite big, but
Now this is effectively to scale with the other characters. This is the giant
yeah,
Moogle
he's big.
ridden by Ketchi himself.
Gee. Wow. Oh, he's articulate as well.
Yeah,
Articulated.
he's
I don't think he's very
and
articulate.
Let's get him out.
You know, plastic, but
Eddie Mint says, very cool. I agree, Eddie.
completely agree, Eddie. I love this. This is so cool. It looks way better than I thought it was gonna look.
Yeah.
He's got so much detail. Sorry, I was too busy admiring it. I wasn't showing him off to you guys. Look at him. That's so cute. Look at his little teeth. I'm a big fan. Big fan. What are you doing?
This is heavy. Like, as a figure, right?
Yeah, it's dense. I think this is just hard plastic.
This one kind of has, like, Sofubi vibes. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, it does. Yeah, if you collect the little Kamen Rider Sofubies.
Right. However, what does not have Sofubi vibes is the Ketchi figure, which will kind of go on top here.
Let me remove him from his plastic prison. Oh, he's so cute. So So there's no alternative faces on this one either, but there's a lot of hands for Cait, sorry.
People in the chat right now who've played Final Fantasy VII, how do you pronounce their name? Ketchi? Catch Sith? Cait Sith? It's definitely not Cat Sith.
No.
It's definitely Ketchi, as far as I understand it from a linguistics perspective. It's
Hold on, I want to show this off. I've just discovered this. So here's our little guy. Here he is. And we have his cape. And the cape has like a little metal pin in it, so you can position the cape and it will stay up in like any position you want, which is really cool. I'm a big fan of that. And he's got his little, I don't know what to call this, horn? Trumpet? Funnel?
Well, this is actually his primary weapon.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
what's it called in the game?
It's kind of like a megaphone, but they use it to cast magic.
Ah.
Yeah. And actually, let's go ahead and get him equipped with that. I'm gonna set up the stand for
That means
Ketchi.
I've got to. Okay.
I know.
If you're just joining, I've already broken both of the other figures whilst trying to put them together. They're
Okay,
safe,
to be
but-
fair, one of the figures was missing a leg.
Yeah. But still.
Choview says, too uncultured, I'd go with Cait Sith. That's fine. You know. I'm as long as you understand that it's not like correct.
Wow.
I think it's fine, right?
I think so.
I called them Cait Sith for decades, frankly. And then someone told me no, it's actually pronounced Ketchi.
There we go. I got it. So who is your favourite? And this is open to the chat as well. In fact, please tell me, who's your favourite Final Fantasy VII character? If it's not Aerith, why? Did you play the game? Try again. What about you?
What about me? It's a good question.
Who's your favourite?
From 7? I'm a big Tifa fan. Although, you know, actually, you know, I like Red 13 a lot as well. I'm a big Zack fan. Zack's a lot of fun.
Of course, yeah.
I like the Turk characters a lot, and in this Bring Art series, actually, all of the characters are getting releases, including the Turks,
Yeah.
such as Reno and Rude and Elena.
There he is. Thank you. Oh, he's being censored by Vincent. Let's move him out the way. There we go.
And
Look how cute he is.
actually, we can go ahead and.
Wow, what? Ragnarok's
Position him.
also a Tifa fan.
Well, that's good.
There's 2 Tifa fans and only 1 Aerith fan. That's
Thank you,
not.
Ragnarok.
No. Everyone, play the game again. Consider. Think about it. You're
Consider,
wrong.
think about
Yeah.
it. We've also got a stand here for Ketchi.
He stands really well on his own though. I mean, he's got the tail
Yeah.
that like props him up, so I don't think I'll.
But what we want to do, right, is recreate the effect of him
Ah yes.
sitting
Sitting-
on top of
Let
the
me
Moogle.
swap his leggies out. It's a very leg heavy.
And actually, while we're here, we've got so much plastic involved. Go ahead and bring Yuffie into the shot, so you can stand behind them like this. And then our
Actually-
one-legged Vincent.
We'll have to pose him so you can't see his leg.
Right. We're gonna go ahead and pose Vincent, although he was standing ominously behind. Maybe Vincent, therefore, should go on the right-hand side, right?
I trust your judgment whilst I'm figuring out how to move his legs.
Yeah. So, in the chat, you know, right now, in real time, you're witnessing us trying to disguise the fact that this figure only has one leg. Which I think is fun. Fun as a detail. But you may think otherwise.
He needs to like stand on on the back part somehow.
Yeah.
Looking at the box art.
Interesting.
Like here.
Yeah.
Wait,
so we can
that's
use
what
the
this
stand.
is for!
Yeah. There's actually also a piece for plugging directly into his back rather than around his waist, like this.
Oh, that's much better. Okay. Alright, let's fix that, because that's way too clunky otherwise.
Zaku Aurelius says, who's going to be reporting from Shizuoka Hobby Show? So, Mr. Aurelius, actually, both myself and Todd will be in attendance.
And me.
And when I say Todd, I mean Brown Sound. So, we'll be there, and we'll be posting photo updates on our social media. And actually, we'll also talk about it on the live stream after the event as well. So if you're looking forward to Shizuoka Hobby Show coverage, we will have it covered in various different forms. And Brown-san, you know, he's excited to see all of the new model kits that are going to be announced. And I'm also excited to see all the new model kits that are going to be announced. We're going to be posting them up on our social media, our Twitter page, or X page as you might call it. And we'll also be talking about it here on YouTube in some capacity. We may also put out a regular video rather than a stream, so that could be exciting. And as we get the final components of this Ketsi arrangement going.
I've got too much plastic in front of me. This is proving a challenge.
Be careful.
I want him to like hold it. There we go.
I see.
He's like, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Yay! Okay.
So,
I'll also be at Shizuoka Hobby Show, by the way.
Nice.
Are you attending, or are you just waiting for the brown updates? Let us know.
Yeah, Zaku, will you be attending Shizuoka Hobby Show?
That's the squad. We've got him out.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, my favourite's pretty obvious.
Your favourite's pretty obvious?
Yeah, I like Ketsi.
Now this Ketchi figure is very impressive for a lot of reasons, but I think overall the fact that this component of the figure, the Fat Moogle, is still got a lot of articulation is really impressive.
Yeah, I completely agree. He looks really good.
And, you know, actually there's a lot of, it's not necessarily detailed articulation in the Fat Moogle figure. However, it's enough to create interesting poses, right? And if we were to, you know, we could tilt his head like this, and we could move his arms up and down, and we can actually have Ketchi himself positioned on his arm, or, you know, directly on top of his head, sitting down, for example. That's all stuff that we could do. We could have him hold our one-legged Vincent, for example.
His wounded comrade carry him back from battle.
Zaku Aurelius says, I wish I could be there, but not this time, sadly. That's unfortunate, Zaku, but we will see you next time, maybe.
Hopefully.
We would love to meet you. And, yeah, we'll have all the coverage over on our Twitter, our X page. So you can look forward to that if you're excited for Shizuoka Hobby Show. So right now, with this set that we have in front of us, your favourite is the Ketchi figure,
Yeah,
of course.
obviously. Easy peasy.
Now, I'm
That's my boy.
going to be controversial and say I like the Vincent figure the best. And although this is not my particular Vincent, this is a sample that we have that happens to have one leg. This is a really detailed figure as well, even though you may not be able to appreciate its full detail right now. Literally missing a quarter of the figure. Actually, I think his hair looks really good. The cape looks really good, right?
It does. The camera is really not picking this up, but the base of his hair has like a gradient from red into black.
Right.
That looks really, really nice in person.
Right.
But it is, for some reason, completely invisible on the camera.
I'm going to go ahead and fix
Thank
Yuffie's
you.
weapon issue there. And whilst I do this, Georgia, what... in terms of the Final Fantasy VII Bring Art series, because you've also seen the Cloud and the Tifa and the Aerith.
Yep.
And the Barrett.
Yep.
Which of them overall is your favourite?
Just as a figure?
Even including, you know, the entire lineup, rather than just these ones here.
I really like the Barrett one. I really like Barrett. I think he's a very, in terms of silhouette, he has a really interesting character design anyway.
Yeah.
And like personally, he's one of my favorite characters from the Final Fantasy VII lineup. But I think when you put them all together, you know, I think he really sticks out. He looks really great, especially with his, you know, gun and things like that. He looks really, really good. Right. His character design has a lot of like chunkiness in it in terms of the clothing and the accessories, and I think the Bring Arts really highlights that as a charm point for him. So his figure looks absolutely amazing. It sold out really fast. I think that one had like one of the smallest windows. It was just like gone.
Cho Vu says, Yuffie is taking my place as a favourite from the line. She just doesn't have capes and accessories that hinder her articulation. It's a good point.
That's true, yeah.
And Ragnarok says, my favourite is the Cloud on the Daytona Hardy motorcycle.
Oh.
So that's like a luxury set. Kind of box size is similar to this Fat Moogle set Ketchi figure that we have here. But that comes with the Daytona motorcycle from the motorcycle chase at the end of the first act of the game.
Do you own that figure?
I do not. I only own the standard Cloud. But actually, recently they showed off, it became available for pre-order, Cloud with a different sword.
Yes.
So not just the Buster sword, but the Hard Edge sword, I believe it's called. I'm not sure what exactly it's called. But we'll go ahead and look it up.
He's looking it up. Fake fan.
It's a different sword from later in the game.
Yeah, the stubby one?
Well, actually it's from early in the game, but it's got a slightly different look to it. Hardbreaker. Hardbreaker.
That's the stubby one, but doesn't, like, the tip is, like, cut off, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But the Daytona Hardy motorcycle one is also really impressive. And I personally, you know, I think they're all really good. And when you bring them all together, it's going to look really cool.
Yeah.
Right? Even just this kind of setup here is really cool.
The only thing I feel like looking at these three together on our desk, makes me really wish we had a Sid as well.
Yes,
because then you'd have like the
Sid
B
is
team.
Available, so
we should have brought him.
Yes, we should have
the B team.
I could only carry so many figures with me today, and I knew we had this one-legged Vincent available and this Ketchi available, and then this Yuffie is from my own collection. So I thought we could bring these three together for now to show you what they're like in general. And
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
Look at you.
But I really like the Vincent figure. I really like the Yuffie figure. I really like the Ketchi figure. And actually, the Ketchi figure, I think this one is just really impressive. So if you're into Ketchi, the character, you're really gonna want this because I think it's really dynamic and interesting.
Even if you're not, I think he will just look so great with any of the others.
Right.
So if you have like just a Cloud,
it's unusual because it's like this Fat Moogle part. It's kind of an action figure, but it's also kind of a enhanced prop for Ketchi. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like a very large accessory.
Yes.
Ragnarok says, would have been nice if they remade the Highwind airship as well.
Maybe they will.
That's a really good point. So we've seen, you know, that they've started to do all of the Turk characters as well. So in addition to Reno and Rude
I'm waiting for the Reno
Rufus,
one.
They've also got Tsung and Elena.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're also going to be doing alternate weapon versions of some of the other characters as well. So I think it could be interesting if they did make the Highwind airship like a one that fits in the same scale as these figures.
Oh, that would
be
so
really
cool.
impressive, right? I don't know how they would do that, but that would be really cool if there was some kind of Highwind airship set that you could put them all in.
That would be so
Alternatively,
cool.
they could do like a small scale Highwind airship, right? That you could just have and display alongside. That would be really cool. Cho View says, any chance of Staff Collection Showcase Special? I don't see why not.
Yeah, you mean like our private ones? Like
what do you mean by that? Like, do you want us to show our collections? Or do you want us to show off the best collection amongst ourselves? Or do you want us to show something else? Like, please explain what you mean, and we will be happy to give it a try.
I think I said this already on some of the other streams, but like I'm a most of my collection, and by most I mean like 96% of my figures, are just Miku figures. So I would be over the moon if you want me to show that off. Just show off all however many hundred of Mikus I've got.
Right. Your own private collection, they said. Okay, yes, we'll happily bring some stuff from our collection.
Yeah, of course. Some of the things that we bring in to show.
Right, we've already.
Have been...
Yeah, the last few streams that we've done, you know, the Toby was mine, the Toby Spider-Man, the Link was mine as well, and this Yuffie here is mine. But what we can do is maybe we could get some people from the office who are comfortable showing their collections to give us some photos of like their figure shelves at home, for example, that kind of thing. That could be really interesting. Bacon Weasel says, "All hail Miku."
Yes, Weasel! Yes! You get it! Miku fans unite, let's go!
Because at home, you know, we have several shelves dedicated just to figures and stuff like that. And there's a solid, like, third of it is just Hatsune Miku.
Yeah.
Hatsune Miku prize figures and Nendoroids.
We're really good at arcade games. If you've ever been to an arcade in Japan, you'll know that the claw machines, you can win the prizes. They're not completely rigged. So whenever there's a new Miku in there, I have to get it. I think the best we ever did was 800 yen.
Right.
So we got it in about $5.
Yeah.
The worst I ever did, I don't know if I want to admit that online, the amount of money I spent. It was a Buy Cute Bunnies Miku. That was a dark day. I think I spent 8,000 yen on it.
But just to give you some additional detail on this Ketchi figure here, alongside the big fat Moogle, which is what it's described. I'm not body shaming the Moogle. That's how it's described.
I don't think he's just fat Moogle or big fat Moogle.
Fat Moogle,
yeah.
Catith and Ketchi and Fat Moogle is what it says on the side of the box, to be clear. To give you a sense of the scale of the Ketchi compared to the Fat Moogle, you know, you can see it's like slightly bigger than, you know, his fist.
Yeah.
Which I think is really cool how they've aligned the sizing here. Because it's really taking into account, rather than the game models, the exaggerated proportions of the artwork.
Yeah.
And like, because in the game, obviously the models look a bit different, right? And they're a little bit blockier, a little bit chunkier in general. They make a little bit less sense in terms of scale when you're looking at the 3D polygonal sprites used in the game, right? But because these are based on the original artwork, what you get is this very exaggerated sense of scale. And so when you have the Ketchi, you know, riding on top of the Fat Moogle like this, it makes a lot of sense. It looks a little bit different to how it looks in the game, both in the original game and in the remake. However, it's really cool, I think, because you've got that, again, like I said, the exaggerated sense of scale.
I'm going to put him back because I don't like him flying. So he can't fly, he's a cat.
Right. Ragnarok says, that's around $600, not the most ridiculous I've heard.
No.
What did you say?
Not 80, not 80,000, 8,000.
8,000.
So it was about $60, but it was for a prize figure. So that was, if you had bought it from us, it would have cost like $12, I think it was. I went and looked it up later and I was like...
Wing Gunduck Zero says, 8 sucked. The whole story was blame it on the GFs.
Whoa!
Interesting take.
What a take!
They're talking about Guardian forces, I assume. However, Wing Gunduck Zero, I would like to get your opinion on Final Fantasy Type 0. What do you think about that game?
Yeah, I want some thoughts. We have another person asking for Todd. I'm sorry, he's on the other
Where is
stream.
Todd? Todd is, he's going to be here next week.
Yes, so we alternate. So one week we do it, the next week Todd does it. And who does he do the streams with? Matsuri-san?
Yes.
Yeah, Matsuri-san. Yeah.
And yeah, Todd will be back to talk about scale model stuff pretty soon, I think. So next week we will actually be on Thursday instead of on Wednesday. And Todd will be around to show you the way.
I will tell Todd personally how much you will miss
We
him.
will let Todd know.
Yeah.
He is sorely missed amongst the audience. And I'm sure that will make Todd very happy.
It will. He'll be really happy.
Todd, if you're listening, you are sorely missed amongst the audience.
Yeah. And if you're not listening, I'll tell you later, so it's fine.
David Mail says, "Where am I? LOL."
Where are you, David?
That's a good question. But I'm not sure what you mean. You're watching the stream. You're watching the HobbyLink Japan
It's like, where is
live
Todd?
stream where we're opening Final
David?
Fantasy VII Bring
Where
Arts
is
figures.
anybody?
Right.
Where are we?
Right.
Where are we?
These are all ephemeral concepts, frankly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David.
David.
I was our producer.
All right, so
Ragnarok, a drop in the bucket. Oh
David
my gosh,
says, "I'm your predecessor."
It's that David. Are you from England, David? Are you British David?
David, I may have heard a thing or two about you.
I have heard about you. Guys, if you're not David, this is some HLJ deep lore that you're uncovering.
I don't know how much of it we can talk about
Probably
on stream.
none of it.
Probably none of it, but David, it's good to hear from you.
It's so cool to hear from you. It's weird to speak to the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah.
Because when we joined, everyone was like, "Oh, you're British." We had a British guy once, and then they'd sigh wistfully and look away. So I always felt like I was sort of stepping into your shoes, and then here you are again, wherever that may be.
Yeah. Ragnarok seems to recognize him. Oh, the OG.
Ragnarok,
wow, this
how
stream
long
has
have you
taken
been
a while
around?
to.
Wow, this is crazy.
We've got like legacy characters appearing in the stream chat somehow, and then you know what I mean? It's like because David with the lore, LOL.
David with the lore.
Hi, David. Everybody in the chat, say hello to David. He was on this channel for a long time, long before we were.
Yeah, long before we were in the company at all.
I've never met David, but
neither have I.
It's a pleasure to have him in the chat. Thank you very much, David.
It really is. It really is. I think we maybe the only British people that have been at HLJ is us and David, to the best of my knowledge.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
Yeah. So in the last 10 minutes, I also just wanted to briefly show Planitia Toki. And actually, I'm going to check if we have this available on the website now.
So this is from Blue Archive. And unfortunately, it's not the bunny version. Again, if you've watched any of my streams, you'll know Georgia loves bunny girls.
Yeah.
And this character, Toki, she does have a bunny girl version. It's not the best bunny girl version. I think we all know who the best bunny is in Blue Archive.
Right.
Who is it, Adam?
I don't know.
It's a Kane, but...
A Kane?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Blue Archive.
Neither do
guys.
I. But you know what I do know? Bunny girls.
Yeah.
I don't need to play a game to appreciate the bunny girls in it.
Yeah, me neither.
And obviously the, I think her name's Karen and Asuna also have really nice bunny girl outfits as well. There was actually an Asuna scale figure that was really, really expensive, and I really wanted it just because it was so gorgeous, even though I've never played the game.
Yeah. And yes, I like some of the designs from Blue Archive in general. And this is the Planitia.
Thank you! Needed a knife. We got a Lindsay mention in the chat.
Wow.
All hail bunny girls, you get it, Bacon.
Yes.
We're on the same wavelength. Toy Story.
Toy Story.
Toy Story.
Yeah.
You guys are doing the best. Thank you, David.
It seems like people remember Lindsay and David from Toy Tengoku, I believe was the series.
Lindsay is also not here anymore.
Lindsay is not with us.
She's still alive.
In our hearts, they are
She's
with
still
us.
alive. The wording was a bit vague. She's perfectly fine. She's just not. She doesn't work here anymore. It was quite recently. She left quite recently.
Yes. But Lindsay is a very integral part of HLJ history.
And will always be.
And will always be.
I actually have a message from her online right now I haven't responded to. So I'll tell her that you remember her and that you miss her, and that will make her really happy.
Or maybe Sharky Care says hello. Hello,
Hello,
Sharky.
hello, Sharky.
It's a pleasure to see you, Sharky.
It is a pleasure to see you.
So what we probably cannot do is build the Planitia right now. because we don't have enough time. However, we can show you the runners and say, hey,
Here's a runner.
Here's a runner. This is what it looks like.
This is a runner for
Yeah.
anybody who doesn't know. I
We
think
can
everybody
also
knows.
show the face pieces and the various details on the runners.
I wonder if
Go ahead.
would you guys be interested in watching us build a kit at any point? On
We'd
like
love to.
our, because I have a ton of like bunny girl kits I haven't made yet. Like for real, it's a problem. So if you're willing to join me in the journey, let me know.
Sharky asks, how are the tariffs going to affect my warehouse shipments? Sharky, we actually have a post on the top page of our website. On the top page of our website detailing all about the tariffs. We've currently suspended various US shipping methods right now. However, EMS shipping is still available. Unfortunately, the tariffs are the responsibility of the person placing the order and not us. We can't help you pay any tariffs that might be applied to your order, your shipment. However, if you ship with EMS, right now you should be safe. However, the rules are kind of changing a little bit. We've detailed it all on the top page of our website, so please go ahead and check there for more detail.
And as anything changes, we'll update it on the website. So please check back, see how things are going.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't have anything more concrete right now.
Right.
It really is changing really fast.
Yes. Any updates about tariff related information and shipping methods, we will provide those on the top page of the website. Bacon Weasel says, OMG, this is going to get me back into Plamo.
Honestly, this is so gorgeous. Like the
Yeah.
face painting is beautiful. I've been holding it up for a little while. Let's see if we can get a little close up on this one.
We can use this camera.
This camera?
Here. Yeah.
I'm gonna pass it over to the little camera on the side. Look.
Oh.
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 Oh. It's a little blurry. There we go. There we go.
There we go.
It's so nice. Okay. Again, if you've seen any of our other streams, you already know this, but I'm gonna go into this again. One of the reasons I love mobile games so much, and like games of that kind of genre, like gacha games and things like that, is because they always have really nice artwork in them, and the designs in Boot Archive are really, really nice.
Yeah.
And I think they've captured it really well in these face paints. And one of my favorite design features, and I do this in my own illustration as well, is when the tips of the eyelashes are like a slightly warmer color than the rest.
Right.
And they've got that on these face pieces, so I'm really happy with that. Sorry for gushing about such a weirdly specific thing. Build stream. I wonder if we could build this specific one on a stream.
You certainly probably could. You build your Sophie F. Shearing?
Yeah,
Maybe?
Sophia F. Shearing.
I've got a few Arcanadia kits on the backlog.
Oh,
that
I've got some
wanna build.
Arcanadias as well.
Yeah, maybe we could do some Arcanadia
Yeah, the
builds.
Shoujo Plamo stream.
Right. I've also got a kangaroo that I would like to build.
Yeah.
Although I've already started building that, so I don't know if I can bring it onto the stream. But Arcanadia could be a good shout. We actually just had some new Arcanadia pre-orders go up this morning.
Yeah,
I
it
believe.
was the recolors, right?
They're like recolors of previous iterations in the series, the Fox Girl and the Succubus type character.
Sorry, I was distracted looking at the stickers. So
Yeah.
if you don't want to use the faces that it has, you can also make your own with some
So,
stickers.
for those who don't know, actually, Plamatia is a very interesting character-focused model kit series from Good Smile Company
Yes.
and Max Factory. And Max Factory bring their kind of, decades of experience in Figma figure design to this interesting model kit series wherein you can build what I think basically like a Figma quality level of model
Yeah, they're
in
really
the
nice.
end result. We've
They're
seen
really
lots
nice.
of these on display, finished pieces, and they're really, really cool. So if you're a fan of figurines, figures, posable action figures, you might actually enjoy the Plamatia series.
I think so.
And they're also pretty easy, pretty accessible from what I understand.
Yeah, I mean,
In
if you
terms
look
of
at
the number of parts,
it's
you're
not
not
crazy.
you're not dealing with a huge number of parts
And
here.
most of them are just like snapped together. They're pretty simple. I think that's something that makes some people nervous from model kits, is that some of them can be quite intimidating. But the Planeteer line is a great place to jump in if you're looking for a more detailed figure, but one that's not super tricky to build.
Yeah. I think, the Planeteer is going to be the way to go if you're looking for something like that, to be honest.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I missed out on the Miku Planeteer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed that. I was really upset. I was like, oh, there'll be some in stock. There wasn't.
Was that the 60th anniversary one?
60th?
16th anniversary.
16th, yes.
16th anniversary Miku. Miku's not 60 years
Miku's
old.
been around for 60 years.
The 16th anniversary Miku, or there was a racing Miku Planeteer.
Yeah, I missed both. Well, the racing Miku I missed on purpose because I have a lot of figures with that specific design on, so I was like, I kind of have to limit this. That's one of my favourite racing Mikus. Anyway, I'm going a bit Miku focused, so I'm going to stop before I go there. But this is gorgeous as well. I love the box. I love the artwork on the box. I love the close-up.
Cho View says, I imagine Planeteer is similar to Kotobukiya's character model kits. It's kind of similar.
Yeah.
I think Kotobukiya is a bit more detailed, yet a few more parts. But the articulation level on Planeteer, I think, is a lot stronger overall.
Maybe, because I have quite a lot of... I think we have both. Maybe we could build both together on a stream and then we can, like, compare them.
Yeah, we could compare, like, Kotobukiya to Planeteer. That could be kind of interesting.
One of the Arcanadia ones would probably be a good equivalency to this one.
Yes.
So I think that would be a cool idea.
Yes.
If you guys would be up for it, of course.
Morningstar says, can't wait to build mine.
Morningstar, hi again. How's it going?
Hello, Morningstar. So you have this, Morningstar? Is that what you're saying? You're ready to build it? Let us know.
If anybody plays Blue Archive, tell me who your favourite character is, and also tell me if I should play it. Because I've just been admiring the girlies from afar.
Yeah.
And maybe it's time. Maybe it's time I dive in. As I said, I'm really keen on Akane's design. Have you seen her bunny design, Adam?
I have not.
It's revolutionary.
And
I mean it.
Yeah.
As a connoisseur of bunnies, I'm speaking from the heart when I say that. It's really cool.
Yes.
Anyway.
But if you're into Blue Archive, this kit is actually in stock, available now at hlj.com, so you can actually order this one right now.
For your own collection. Oh my gosh, and then we could do like a build along and we could build it together over live stream.
That'd be fun.
That would be so
That'd
fun.
be fun.
And then after you can send us pictures of it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness,
we
that
can
would be
build
so fun.
at the same time.
Yeah, and then if you have any questions or anything, we can answer it together. And if I have questions, I can ask you guys because I'm really bad at model kits.
Morningstar says, sure thing, and some 30-minute sisters, Sosai, etc.
A fellow Bishojo Plummo enjoyer, I see. A man of taste.
Indeed. So, yeah, that's Planeteer Toki from Max Factory. Like I said, they bring that level of experience from decades of designing posable figures to the plastic model kit game. I think that's really exciting and cool. And Bacon Weasel says, I played for a week. It was fun, just got distracted with other games. Well.
That is so unbelievably relatable. I think we've all been there. Yeah. What are you playing right now? I've recently been sucked into Oblivion, the remaster, not like the original.
Oh, the Oblivion remaster, yeah.
Yeah, that one has taken up a lot of my time.
Yeah.
Ugh, if only there was infinite time every day and then I could play all the games.
Yeah.
I haven't played Nikkei
still working my way through Monster Hunter Wilds.
Oh, I didn't even pick that one up. I was like, I don't have the time. I've got to do my 17th playthrough of BG3.
Georgia is obsessed with Baldur's Gate 3.
I am.
For anyone in the chat.
I hope and I pray every day that they'll release some figures.
Yeah.
You know what I would do for an Asterian Nendroid?
An Asterian Nendroid?
You know what? I might give them an email.
Bacon Weasel says, I'm stuck in Balatro jail. Oh, that's relatable.
Yeah.
Morningstar says, S-Ring updates in Monster Hunter?
Oh, spring updates?
Spring updates. Do you mean spring updates? Maybe.
Maybe.
Or perhaps S-Rank updates? Oh. I don't know.
Who knows? The mystery continues.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have quite a lot of really big Monster Hunter fans at work. Where Monster
Hunter is also a very popular series with our customers in general.
That's true.
And every time we put up new Monster Hunter figures, people are buying them.
And the plush.
You are all buying them.
It's true. I was really surprised, actually. I didn't realise how popular Monster Hunter was. I feel like it seemed more niche in England.
Zaku Aurelia says, Plamatia line is generally simpler in construction compared to Koto Megami device, pretty similar to the SST line. Thank you for that information.
We heard it from an
Sharky
expert,
says,
folks.
can't
Thank you, Zaku.
wait for the 160 scale Mazinga to be back in stock. I had it on back order for a long time. Would you guys be getting anytime soon? I can't comment specifically on if we're receiving any 160 scale Mazingas anytime soon. However, if we have any updates, we will let you know. And Bacon Weasel says, Switch Axe user for life.
Oh, you're a Switch Axe!
I'm a fan of the longsword and the gun lance.
I like... the very few times I've played it, I did like the Switch Axe.
What about the insect glaive?
Absolutely not. I'm not touching that with a pole. Like, that's too difficult. First of all, that's too difficult. Like, I feel like the learning curve on, like, weapons in Monster Hunter is already a challenge, and I don't want to add insects into that. That's just too much. It's too much.
When we start adding insects, it becomes difficult, right?
Yeah, the complexity goes right up, and my enjoyment goes down.
Yeah.
Like, as a general rule, I like to limit insect presence in my life.
Yes.
Including a video game.
So, yeah, just to recap everything we went through on this stream, we've got the Vincent Valentine and the Ketshi and Fat Moogle figures are both in stock on HLJ.com right now. The Yuffie is not, although we do have other action figures from this line available in stock. So we've still got the Cloud and the Tifa in stock,
Those
I believe.
are both really nice. We own those. They are gorgeous.
We've got the Sephiroth as well, and then there's some others available for pre-order right now.
Yes.
And then also the Plamatia Toki from Blue Archive is also available in stock on HLJ.com right now. And we have one final update, which is next week's stream will be on Thursday instead of Wednesday. And so you can tune in next week on Thursday to find Todd and Matsuri discussing various different model kits.
Sharky has just asked if we've made any appearances at Comic-Con in San Diego or any toy shows in the US. We have, but not for a while. Would you like to see us come back?
Yeah, if you would like to see us come to Comic-Con or other related venues,
please let us know. Because I would love an excuse to come, because I've never been to America before.
Right.
It's always been a dream of mine to go to San Diego in general. I've heard they have amazing Mexican food.
I've heard that as well. So if it's something you want, let us know.
Yeah, please.
Email us en masse, and then we'll.
Yeah, then they'll have to let us go.
Right. Basically, just like, tell us
Bring
where
merchandise.
and when. Send us emails about it, like to support at HLJ.com, and maybe we'll start to get the message eventually.
Is there any particular merchandise, like when you visit, Comic-Con, and you're like, oh, I wish HLJ was here with their... Let us know.
Right. tell us what specifically you would want to buy and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that might help us out a lot. And
I see Morningstar ordered the new Arcanadia items from this morning, the Velretta and the Yukumo. Good taste. They look so good. I think I don't really like the new Yukumo colorway though. She's wearing like all blue. I quite like her more autumnal colors.
Right.
So I do feel I was a bit sad by those, but
yeah.
Otherwise they look great. Really excited to see those coming in.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I think that's about it. That's about time to wrap it up, I would say. Actually, more of you started to join by quite a significant margin towards the end, so maybe we could consider adjusting the time of these streams a little bit.
Yeah. Would you prefer if we started a little bit later? Or even on a different day?
Right.
Like, let us know. I want to hang out with you guys. Whereas sometimes it's just me alone in a cave.
To begin with, we had around 15 people, and it gradually became like 20 to 30 people.
Thank you.
But if you would like to us to adjust the time on the stream, let us know.
Let us know.
But for now, next week it will be same time, different day, and Todd and Matsuri will be here to discuss scale model kits and other related affairs on Thursday instead of the usual Wednesday.
And we will let Todd know how much you have all missed him.
And if you would like to pre-order, order because they're in stock.
They're in stock.
Any of these figures, they are available on the HLJ.com Wednesday? On the HLJ.com site. And Sharky says Tuesdays and Wednesdays are best for me, so that's why my wires got across there, and I said
It's about
Wednesday.
9 p.m. in California. What's the time there? It is 1 p.m.
It is 1 p.m. It's just turned 1 p.m. So that's the time here in Tokyo.
Yeah, in Tokyo.
And we're happy to adjust it a little bit forwards, backwards, whatever's best for you guys.
Whatever is best. We're pretty flexible, so whatever is good for you. Please let us know.
Please let us know.
Would hate for you to miss it just because we calculated the time zone wrong.
But Final Fantasy VII Bring Arts available, a lot of them in stock on our website right now. And then we also have Plamatia Toki also available in stock on the website right now.
Thank you for joining us, Bacon Weasel. Please come back
Thank you for joining
next
us,
time.
Bacon Weasel. Please come back Thursday next week for Todd's stream.
And then Wednesday the week after.
Wednesday the week after for us, potentially.
Yes.
It may be slightly adjusted because of Shizuoka Hobby Show.
Oh, yes, I forgot about that.
We'll figure it out. We'll announce on social media. Zach Aurelia says, post a photo of what's going to be featured in stream when you post about the live stream on socials. Would get more eyes on the post compared to text only. Thank you for that advice. We will certainly do
It's been
something
really cool
like that.
having you in the chat, Zaku. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Zaku.
Starstruck.
And Sharky has spammed emojis, and Cho is waving goodbye. So that's all for now. Tune in next week,
Yes.
Thursday instead of Wednesday.
Yes.
Thank you very much, everybody. And for now, we will say goodbye. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you so much for watching. It was so fun chatting with you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.